Old School Automotive back again here, guys. If you see my channel before, you've seen this car. This is my 1966 Ford Mustang. I apologize for the sun glare here this morning. It's kind of a chilly January morning here in southern Colorado. But I'm out trying to get the other LED headlight installed here, and I was just going to show you guys what I've got going so far. So that's the new LED. That's the old sealed beam. And so I've had a couple challenges. I ordered these from eBay, and I'm not going to lie, they were not very expensive at all. And I hadn't been able to find all that good of information about them. Mostly what I had heard was they're no good, they don't perform well. You can watch videos about the lumens and the luxes and all that sort of stuff about headlights. But anyway, the point is, I wanted to be able to see better driving at night, and these old headlights do pretty well with the brights on, but the low beams are pretty rough. So let me just shut the garage door here for a second, and I'll show you the difference between the two shining on the door. And I'm not going to turn the halo on until I get the other one installed, because it might short out in the other bucket with the sealed beam that's over there. So, as you can see, guys, there's a huge difference. Not only in the width of the beam, that is the disbursement, but also how large the hot spot is. I mean, look at that difference. And I haven't tested these at night. I haven't even got the other one on there yet. So there's the sealed beam. No, you probably can't tell much. There's the LED. So let me shut these off, and I will show you what I had to do to get this headlight into the car. And affixed well enough to not rattle up and down the road. So this one's still not quite as tight as the originals. This might be warm now. See, that thing is in there. This one moves around just a little bit still. See that? And before I put weather strip like I have on this one, it was very loose, and so I actually have a little more weather strip on this one. If you kind of see that weather strip right there goes over that little bump. I think their intent was for those bumps to keep them tight, but they're just not quite tall enough. So I'm going to see if this one will fit just a little bit tighter than this other one I have in there, and if so, I'll take that one back off and do the same thing with the weather strip over those little bumps. On this one, I just have it around the perimeter. And also the locating tabs to keep the headlights straight in the holes are slightly not correct on the new ones. And so I actually had to modify my bucket under here, and I'll show you. And I'm sure there's lots of you out there who'll be saying I'm an idiot for chopping up classic car bits. And on most days, I would agree with you. Except this is my car, and I want to be able to drive it at night and see where I'm going. So this is what had to be done right there to get the other headlight to locate properly. These old style headlights locate here, and there's one more down there at the bottom. But the new ones are one there, one at the bottom, and one there. And so I just took a little high-speed cutoff wheel, zinged it out, bent it over. And it seemed to go in fine on this side, so we'll see how this one works. Anyway, I'm going to put you all down here for just a few, get this other one put in here, see if it's any tighter, make sure I can get it located correctly, and make sure it turns on, and then I'll show you the halos and everything. Alright guys, so I got this other one in now. We can see both of them there. Like I said, I have a little more weather strip on that one than this one. This one is just a little loose right there. I don't know if you can see that moving right there. This one is good and tight, so I'll probably be doing the same thing to that one here shortly. But let me show you guys the halos. I'll close this real quick. And I was lucky enough to have an old switch in here that was already wired up. It used to be used for an electric fan that I don't have on here anymore. So I just ran the wire for that to those halos. They don't create a bunch of light as far as seeing, but they sure do look pretty neat, I think. And I know it's not a classic car thing to have those, but it is what it is. I wanted them, so I went ahead and spent the money, even though it wasn't that much. Let me pop on the headlights here real quick. You can see that beam light up real strong. Got them both in now, and I'll show you the brights here real quick. And that DRL is still on. I'll flip it off. And then headlights off. So anyway, guys, like I said, I hadn't found a ton of information on how to do this. I saw one other guy said you had to cut up the bucket and stuff like that I did. And indeed, he was right. But not a huge deal in my opinion. I think you can get those buckets pretty regularly online if you needed them. If you didn't want to cut up your originals or something. But anyhow, I'm not going to put the bezels on just yet, because later on when the sun goes down, I'm going to pull this thing out and shine the headlights this direction at the garage and adjust the headlights, and I'll bring it all back and show you how to do that one too. Like and subscribe for more, guys.